All I could do as turn was try to match it, before focusing on Miss Prockling's latest lecture. As more time passes, the art contest fades into the background. I reset myself by going for a walk, so I should be a little better now. Last week I had a scare when Principal Scaler called me into her office. I feared that they figured out what Olivia did and assumed I was part of it, just as she predicted. Luckily, that wasn't the case. Instead, she wanted to inform me that they had no leads as to who could have done the swap, and since it was tampered, it would be removed from the contest. No skin off my back, honestly. As compensation, she gave me one of the runner-up prizes, a coupon for some pizza from some Italian restaurant called Dynamo's. You gotta do it, man. You gotta do it. Not the biggest pizza fan, but not a bad prize to get after all this. Saving it for a rainy day. However, I found myself in a conundrum of my own doing. My peers' concerns about my entry were resolved, but I hadn't accounted for the new questions about my portfolio. My paint portfolio. The few times I showed off my photography work, they'd be mildly impressed at best. They were never upfront about it either. No, instead, I got the runaround. Oh yeah, these are nice, INCO. Not bad, but what about what you did for the contest? I can't even be mad about it, since it's just another misunderstanding, unintended lie from my side of things. But then I had a thought. What if it wasn't a lie? What if I was actually good at painting? And after working at it for the past month, I can't even do a stick figure right. My God. No, I can't unscrew this. For the past 3 weeks, I've been staying after school, making use of one of the club rooms to practice. Yeesh, INCO, did you listen to any of the tips I gave you? Using everything I had at my disposal, namely the textbooks for Mr. Ideken and how-to tutorials online. This pencil is going straight up your ass. Okay? I stay as late as possible trying to get to the same skill level as Olivia. And as I stare at the hoarded acrylic monstrosity before me, I could do nothing but weep at my own inadequacies. Not actually weep, but squinting at the Lovecraftian horror before me, and I can maybe see a little progress drowning in the madness of the excess paint. Olivia had made good on her promise to teach me around the time I had asked Mr. Ideken to borrow the key to the spare room. And while I memorized all of her teachings down to the letter... What am I even looking at? Are you trying an abstract sort of thing here? And it's an abstract kind of feel. It was an attempt at a self-portrait, actually. Could probably post it online and some rich asshole would buy it. Is that good? No! Never trust the opinions of people on the internet. I learned that the hard way. After a brief period of awkward silence, I let myself collapse on the stool behind me and toss off the oily apron in frustration. At this rate, I'm going to be a double fraud or something. I don't even have the energy to get angry. It probably looks better now, at least. How did Olivia get so good at this? Olivia, please, you've got to have some actual advice for me. She quietly hums to herself, slipping away a notebook she had splayed across her lap into her nearby bag. Well, when I want to draw, it's usually because I've got something on my mind. Like inspiration. Kinda? More so that I just envision something, and I want to put it on canvas.
It's a Pentagon!
Pants were shat at that very moment. Amused, I don't really get it, but the door of the studio flies open and Damien quickly storms inside. I can't even think of a joke. Dude, they shot Harambe. I just found out. INCO, Olivia, are you guys here? He takes heavy breaths as his vision darts around the room. Right here, man. After a moment of surprise, I raise my arm to catch his attention. Damien? What's wrong? The hyperactive Dilophosaurus spots me, and taking a final breath before jogging over. Guys, I need to ask you something. What color is this dress? People are saying it's yellow and white, but I see black and brown or whatever it was. What? Is everything all right? Is something happening? I can't help but panic. I've never seen Damien this flustered. Do you want to come to the arcade with me and Liz? Is that it? Yeah, that's what I said. Wait, when was this decided? I saw something bad had happened. Nope, just asking. Liz already has the car prepped and everything. What a Chad. I probably should have expected that, but still. How did you know we were here? I didn't. I just kept opening doors until I found you two. He's so sweet. Oh, goodness. I had been at it for a while, actually. Kinda defeats the point of trying to find you quickly, because she has her car on and running. Damien's eyes dart to the canvas that lays on the floor next to me. You working on your next masterpiece? Oh, painting sideways is probably one of your trade secrets, huh? Olivia hides her snicker with her hand. Don't worry, I won't tell a soul. Yeah, that is correct. Don't tell anybody. I lean down to pick up the canvas and place it upright, deciding to remove the ugly painting and place it in the corner of the room to dry. Anyway, how about it? To the arcade. The Olive Baronix, now I get it, fidgets, her brow lowered in contemplation as she considers the question. The arcade, huh? It's not like I had any other plans today. Sure, why not? Alright, let's go. Wait, don't just... INCO, Olivia, there you are. Damien was taking so long to get you, so I was about to come find you myself. She could look through all the windows. This time, both Damien and I are wheezing for air. Despite Olivia's protests and hesitation, Damien had wasted no time in grabbing her by her handlebars and sprinting to the exit. I chased after them, all the while Olivia screamed like a banshee as she was pushed through the hallway at a breakneck pace. I take a deep breath and stand upright. Olivia's claws have dug into her armrest, and she's definitely trying to kill Damien with her glare, which he happily ignores. Why didn't you just message me or something? I wanted to, but I didn't want to ruin your concentration, man. And so instead you kicked the art room door open. Yep. Liz had the good grace to look embarrassed on Damien's behalf. But yeah, I gave you a little bit of extra time, right? You've been staying late for forever now. I can't hide the wince. It hadn't occurred to me that more people would notice. Relax, like you're the only one. Yeah, I sometimes need to stay behind for student council and club meetings. Right, sure. Come on, the car's in the student section. The Dino duo start towards the student parking lot, heading towards a rather old but well-kept sedan. Olivia grumbles silently to herself, but follows after it nonetheless. Come on, dude. It'll take a few minutes to get Olivia in and then 30 to get to the arcade. It won't take that long, damn it. Olivia huffs and wheels herself to the passenger side, opening the door for herself. Do you need any? It's fine. To punctuate her statement, Olivia uses her strong arms to lift herself on her armrest. Then, with more grace than I thought possible from the olive-scaled girl, she manages to flop down onto the passenger seat. I stare at the abandoned chair, wondering where to put it. I've got room in the trunk, INCO. The trunk lid pops up with a heavy thunk to punctuate that. It takes me more time than I'd like to admit to figure out how to undo the locks to actually collapse the chair, but once it's done, I'm able to slide it into the spacious storage area easily. Damien had already hopped through the window of the front passenger seat by the time I'm done, as if he'd practiced the maneuver. Clack, clack, clack. I simply open the door behind Liz's seat and watch as a pile of soda cans. Where does she put her neck? Now I'm imagining Olivia driving like Joe Swanson, and watch as a pile of soda cans empty onto the pavement below. Sorry, those are from this morning. How are you so physically fit?
You know that guy's with a friend, too.
Yeah, he brought his bro over to fuck girls. What is that, Trident?
That's the kind of guy that eats pizza and wings all day and still has a six-pack because he's 19 and he's got a fast metabolism.
I know, fucking bastard.
It's frustrating. I just toss him into the back seat when I'm done. The surprised Liz doesn't make you use a bag. I do. Damien pulls up an overflowing plastic bag as if it were a trophy. You're gonna get kidney stones one day. And I might one day as well. Why haven't you tossed all those bottles out already? I'm saving them for a project for Facebook. I'm sorry. That's some weird shit, man. That's some dystopian nonsense. I'm saving them for a project about recycling. Plus, I'm also gonna use a couple of them for sculpture. Saves me the trouble of going out and finding aluminum. And I get to drink as much soda as I want. Without my mother knowing. I don't really say anything as Damien scoops out the rest of the cans from the floor of the car and puts them in a new bag, which then he stuffs in the car's trunk before giving me and Olivia a thumbs up. Yeah, dudes, we're good to go. Look at this dude. I nod and slink into the semi-clean seat. What a Chad. My hand searches for the buckle of the seatbelt and brushes against something warm and soft. There's a tiny gasp next to me and the comfortable mystery in my hand is yanked away. Huh? What the fuck was that? What was that? Is it the rat? I looked at Olivia, her hand held to her chest. Her green face has a scarlet tinge, and her mirror-shade eyes glare holes through my head. Oh no. I made an oopsie moment. Oh no. Oh, bags of sand, my god. You okay? What did I touch? What did I do? The emerald-scaled girl turns her maw from me. I stifle a mystery chuckle at that. The warmth on my palm fades, however, and leaves my hand feeling lost. Okay, all the safety checks are done. Liz gets in the driver's seat and grips the steering wheel. That must be kind of an awkward angle from like the middle of the car. I don't know. Outside, she's craning her neck to check on the mirrors and tires. Wait, Liz drives with her head sticking out the window. Liz pokes her head in. What's that? Her neck snakes inside and coils around the hook of the hook in the middle of the car. I didn't notice. Her neck snakes inside and coils around the hook in the middle of the car. Then, with practiced motion, her neck continuously coils until her head sips atop the neck roll, as if no different from someone putting on shoes. Do you think she gets sore from... It kind of looks like a giant scale-covered scarf. There's even still enough space for her to see the windows and check behind her. INCO? It wasn't anything important. Alright. But, the city, right? I'd actually been wanting to see it a bit more up close for Idakin's class. Do you know how much gas money it burned to take a detour around here? No? Good, because neither do I. Let's do it. We'll pool it together, I guess. No! I barely have enough as is. The views on the way's fine. I'm looking forward to it as well. You sure? Yeah, I'll point out some stuff I remember along the way. You're my tour guide now. Don't make me change my mind. Glad that's settled. Everyone's buckled in, right? Liz pulls away from the school parking lot, starting down the opposite direction I've always entered and exited. Weird to think, but the edge of my world was as close as a right turn out of my own school. Then again, I still haven't been living here long. Anybody want a station? I don't think I've ever listened to the radio here either. Liz and Olivia hardly seem to glance in Damien's direction as well. Suit yourselves. Within the span of a few seconds, the natural ambiance of the road is replaced with the loud sound of a decades-old rock music. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Sending vibrations throughout the car and everybody in it. Just as fast as it comes, however, it stops as Liz haphazardly yanks the volume knob counterclockwise, toning the music down to a bearable level. Damien frowns for a moment, but he doesn't seem to contest her decision. What the? I turned off all the notification stuff except for messages and calls, and between all the people I message, there's only one who isn't inside the car. Checking the screen, I see. Any song requests, man? Seriously? I don't know, Damien, so long as it isn't twangy country music. There's one station that I have access to that's not country or Christian. No country, no rap, please. Sure. Wait, you've been texting. How long? Yeah, since like the first week of school. What the heck, dude? Let me see your phone. I hand it over open on the contact creation page. She taps the first few numbers and pauses. Then sheepishly yanks her phone from her coat pocket. She doesn't know her own number. Let me go to the options, see if I can find the info page, and then... Okay, here's my number. I don't know how boomers do it. My God. I can barely remember what I did 5 minutes ago. Olivia finishes tapping her number in and hands it back. She's entered herself as live long and prosper. It's harder to... I can do it easier with this hand, which is my left, but my right hand, it's kind of hard. Sounds vaguely oriental. Well, that's Wani with the logo. I was wondering if that was ever going to pop up. Test. Yep, got it. Buzz, buzz. Buzz, 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 buzz. We're not friends anymore. He's no longer cheesed to meet us. How do you respond to this? What do I even say to this? Fuck the rounded corners. Like this phone kind of goes down the side a little bit too, so you gotta be careful with where you put your fingies, so you don't actually accidentally touch the screen when doing something. That was uncalled for. That's why I sent it. She giggles at her own joke, and despite being the butt of it, the mood in the car is too high to hold it against her. Before long, the dense forestry starts giving way to more urban developments. More and more decorative palm trees start dotting the paths as well. The silhouette of the city grows closer, and we approach one of those spaghetti junctions leading up to it. The result of decades of poor infrastructure decisions, multi-million-dollar projects promising to fix all the traffic if they just built one more overpass. Olivia is paying close attention to her phone. She scrolls lazily through some forum. What's so funny? Nothing. Hey, the Lizard Lounge. Oh boy, you're still browsing that, Olivia? Yeah? What is it? Don't tell him. It's this weird, exclusionary chat room. They only allow dinosaur women. Men, and rather specifically human men, are banned. This is some black people Twitter shit right here. My god. Racial segregation? Yeah! My favorite! Don't hold that clip against me. Olivia showed me once. The people on it are really weird, actually. Humans are banned. You weren't supposed to tell them. It's the last safe house for us on the internet. I think there's probably better places for that online for you to associate with. Tell me about the racial segregation. Yeah! It's not that. That's just how it has to be for our safety. Some dino girl can be doing anything at all, and there's always at least 3 guys in the comments saying she... Oh, God. Some dino girl can be doing anything at all, and there's always at least 3 guys in the comments saying she looks like... Oh. Press delete. No, that bothers me. She looks like... Don't say it. They're also really bringing down the quality of the site. Look, it's explaining the rules that humans have 1/5 the attention span of dinos. Liz groans while Olivia shows me her phone. The graph is blurred to hell and I can't make out most of the text. I don't know how I feel about all this. What's not to get, INCO? Think about it. You're in history class. It sucks. So you just remember, wait a second, I'm human, and stop listening. Aren't the dinos the rulers of this kingdom? I'm the minority here. Okay? Listen. Listen here. I wish I could do that. Who did Hitler in this universe not like in particular? That's what I want to know. According to Lady Hitler here, you can. It's just a funny group of women like me. Lay off, let me have it. You don't really believe that stuff though, do you? Not really, it's just the rules of the place, alright? Exactly. Okay. Olivia sticks the phone back into her pocket with a huff. Was the ride to the arcade always this long? I think we're about 20 minutes away from the arcade still. Don't worry, INCO. The fountains are integrated. The 60s were a hell of a time for us humans, let me tell ya. Shut up! Damien cackles to himself. Alright, I hope the place still sells those hot dogs for just $1. There's no way anyone anywhere sells hot dogs for $1 anymore. Well, I have the place for you. Yeah, but they did. It was great. Olivia and I would save our lunch money to just go there instead after class. I don't think I'd trust it if it were still that cheap, honestly. You ate a dog off the floor once. And then there's the pool. That's different. No, it's not. Damien, yeah. I have the attention span of 1/5. And you eat hot dogs off the goddamn floor. Oh yeah, yeah. How's that for a ratio, huh? Damien fills the air with old tales of his and Olivia's adventures in the arcade. She'd occasionally chime in to correct him on whatever over-embellishment. Even as the last remnants of suburbia melt away and skyscrapers overtake our view of the outside world, even as the last remnants of suburbia melt away and skyscrapers overtake our view of the outside world. You have to say it a certain way for it to make sense. Finally, I'm in the big city. The Big Apple, 3 a.m. Here we are. I'm almost disappointed when we pull into the arcade parking lot. Large glass windows covered in some bleached promotional leaflets adorn the front of the arcade, and the building itself looks a couple decades old. This place was probably successful in the past, but I can only imagine they break even nowadays. Though maybe the recent resurgence of retro deco could change that. I can show you more on the return trip. Come on. Guess she must have seen my brief hesitance. Liz unlocks the trunk and I hop out to get Olivia's chair. As I attempt to heave the thing out of Liz's trunk, it takes considerably more effort than I'd like to admit. Now, how do I unfold this blasted thing? I think there's a release button right here. Fucking shit. As I check to make sure that all my fingers were intact, I can see Olivia snickering through the passenger window. INCO-san, you have much to learn. Observe. Olivia makes sure the brakes are held and heaves herself over in one motion. The chair is forced open by momentum alone, and with a loud crack, She gracefully rolls by me, tongue stuck out in smug victory over my ineptitude. Ready. Sweet. Damien hurries us inside, and I can tell he's the most excited to be here out of anybody. Hell yeah. Volcanic, missionate, birdy, wild, naughty but nice, mild, harmless, clammy, and poor fish, try again. Dude, this place is the bomb! We used to scrunch for change to come here after school. The place is abuzz with activity, flashing machines all competing for attention and gamers excitedly conversing. I lean in a bit closer to Olivia. It's pretty dang loud in here. You gonna be alright having to speak up more? Of course I am. What do you take me for, a kid? Sorry. I appreciate the concern. Liz scowls as she peels her boot from the floor with a loud ugh. Damien, you could have warned me about... There he goes. Damien's taken off towards a nearby coin machine, fist full of bills at the ready. I could have told you too. I've been here before. So why didn't you warn me about this stickiness? Olivia shrugs. Liz's head lowers to bridge of snout pinching levels. Well, you two did kind of drop this on me at the last minute. But I still remember this place pretty well. Great, you can show INCO around, and I'll go with Damien. Liz meekly puts her pointer fingers together as she looks at the salmon-frilled teen. Those two-player gun thingies look fun to try out. You mean the light gun games? Yeah, those ones. I can't put my finger on it, but something tells me that Liz was banking on splitting apart from the start. Though it would give me ample opportunity to have some alone time with Olivia. Just to get to know her more, of course. Liz, I think I broke this one's joystick. Liz sighs heavily through her nose. Seriously, Damien? No, come on. It's perfectly even and fair. You sure about this, Liz? We could all just stick together. The long-necked dino looks around the arcade nervously. As much as I want to protest the suggestion, I think it might be for the best. Liz wants to stick with Damien, probably to make sure he doesn't do more damage. And Olivia knows this place as well, so she'd know all the best games that they got rid of over the years. Where is the third strike cabinet? Where is Marvel? Come on now. At least they have Simpsons Pinball. I guess. Oh. We've already been spending time together after school, so why not? I'm not against the idea, but just, Alright, glad you agree. Liz takes this as her cue to leave, and she quickly pulls Damien away deep into the arcade. Meanwhile, Olivia begins to roll ahead, but stops and gives me an annoyed look. Come on already. Right. As soon as I step closer, Olivia resumes her casual roll down the aisleway. Olivia's eyes seem distant as she looks over the various game cabinets in the room. Silver irises dancing to and fro, a soft hum resonating from her mouth. I try and follow where her gaze lingers, but she seems to be constantly drifting to something new every other moment while deep in her own thoughts. And as we carry on slowly, the creeping awkwardness in my stomach gnaws away at me. I've no clue what to do right now. The point of this excursion was to relax, you know? It feels rude to interrupt her, but she definitely knows better than me. I think I need to replace those light bulbs. Or something, I don't know. Say, Olivia? My voice brings her back to the current moment with a start, her hands maneuvering her chair around to look at me fully. What game should we try first? The Baronix shrugs her shoulders. Anything. Okay. Then how about one of your favorites? My favorites? Yeah, you used to come here all the time. I'm sure you got some you prefer. The look of surprise from her is quickly hidden by her turning her chair back around. Fine, my favorites then, my favorites. She pushes her wheelchair with purpose towards a particularly large screen in the corner. Looking at it closer, there's a large block connected to it, and dull multicolored sticks hanging off the sides with wires. Oh, damn it. I look up at the title above the screen. Ruin Robbers. That shit bothers me. I hope I don't have another Electro moment. That shit fucked with me. And this time I don't have my phone to sort of have as a backup, to just use the footage I already had, so... Ruin Robbers. The more I look at it, the more I see where splotches of fresh paint barely cover poorly done marker graffiti. Olivia's pout is so prominent as she glares at the base of the funny-looking block before the screen. They updated it. So it should be better then, right? No. Her pout breaks, transforming into a depressed frown as her eyes seem to gloss over. I follow her gaze to the metal plate at the base to try and better understand. The machine looks pretty well maintained if you ask me. Something wrong with it? They added a foot pedal for the cover action. Aww. I test the plate, feeling it sink down and noticing the video demo on screen changes to a screen with a bunch of ass with numbers next to each instance. This sucks. Olivia's hands curl into fists as she glares at the machine. A twinge runs through my chest when I look back to the frustrated Dino Girl. One aspect of her favorite pastimes has been changed in a way that almost robs her of it. The thought strikes a painful chord in my heart, though I know I had zero hand in the game's update. All the same, to see the clover-skilled girl look so morose. I turn my eyes away to my feet, the sensation leaving as I do. And a flash of brilliance overcomes me as I look at my loafers. Hey, I got an idea. She cuts me off with a growl. I know what you're gonna say, and the answer is no. So you're willing to give up just because you can't play it easily? Yes. Olivia's response leaves me a bit floored. Her hateful eyes leer venomously at her former favorite game, but I know my idea will work. Okay, you play then. Haven't you been paying attention? I'll handle the pedal work. Olivia's words are left hanging as she tries to visualize what I'm saying. Her confused gaze wanders between me and the flat rectangle on the floor. The whole time she looks so goofy I have to withhold a chuckle in fear of her clawing me. She must have realized, though, as she snatches the light gun from my hand, her cheeks bearing a red hue. Fine. One game. She looks at the light gun in her hand and takes a deep breath. You better do your job right, INCO. I give Olivia a nod, and she wheels herself right next to the arcade machine. I pressed the enter key. We're living in a simulation, okay? Shit fucks with me sometimes. I press the enter key with this hand in particular, like this, with these 3 fingers. The pinky lift above just a little bit, not pressing any of these other keys next to the enter key. But it paused. Every once in a while with these particular games, I'll press a button and it'll do the opposite of what it's supposed to do. And it fucks with me. Like, to the point where I'm thinking, should I just buy a new computer and just start all over? Should I just throw everything away and just start all over? Fuck. Just fuck, man. Gimme. She reaches out for my hand and goes to take it before I can respond. She takes it for a split second and then moves down to grab my wrist instead. Her scales are soft and cool. Hit the pedal when I squeeze, capiche? I nod in affirmation, and Olivia blasts the start button into pieces. Oh man. I'm gonna set up one of... What is it? MAME? I think it is. I'm gonna set up MAME and try to play some games, like some arcade games on here. Oh, it'll be a good time. There was this game I played a long time ago. It was a mixture between old Killer Instinct, kind of Mortal Kombat, Tekken. You know what I mean? Like, it had Mortal Kombat Killer Instinct graphics, and it had like bear characters that you could play as, and big winged demon characters. It's like, I think there was like recolors here and there. It was like the most Killer Instinct Mortal Kombat shit in the world. It was a 2D fighter, and for the life of me, like, I've asked around and I can't find any information on this game. I don't know. I've looked up games like Mortal Kombat, games like Killer Instinct, and there would be these lists of shit, and nothing whatsoever. Not a whisper of it anywhere. Like, it was... God, I would know it if I saw it. Not so tight. Oh, God. You're giving me an Indian burn. Dude, hit the damn pedal. It's like playing with controller lag. INCO. Sorry. God. You're making this unfun. Even though this is my idea. Holy crap, Lois. Sorry. Holy crap, this is worse than I remember. Hi, it's me. I'm Guy That Makes Sense. Here you can see I put the respawning enemies in front of a place you're forced to cross. I came up with this idea while eating a bird. What the fuck are you doing? There was this video on Reddit. Years ago I saw it. It is called I Eated a Dead Bird or something like that. And it's like this 15-year-old, 15-year-old kid with a big, he has this big old witch's cauldron, and I'm not joking. He takes a dead bird, puts it in there and boils it, and he takes a little piece of it and eats it and goes, whoa. That was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my life. I think it's in black and white for no reason as well, but I could be misremembering it. What? I don't even want to staple my ears to fucking damn it, not again. Oh, this game sucks. This is ass. I'd rather eat the rotten asshole of a skunk and down it with beer. Want to play again? She's a bit intense while gaming. When Olivia finally releases her grip on my wrist, I feel my blood rushing through the imprint she left.